Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Olive Oil's Pizzeria and more, 930 Brookline Boulevard. We got a lot of great guests for you. They all found the place, no problem. We got some MMA people. We got a lady going to talk Legends of Pittsburgh Cruises. Wait till you hear about that. And I'm Al Levine, the talking machine, 59 days after my kidney transplant. I'm truly blessed. The recovery is going along well. My son is going back to work on Wednesday at Crown Plaza. So unlike Smokin' Jim, he'll be working, setting up event rooms and everything else. And Smokin' Jim Frazier's my co-host. We got a lot of great sports to talk about. I can't wait to hear his opening comments. Not that he'll talk about Tomlin and the great coaching job that he's done, but maybe we'll hear something like that. This show will be rebroadcast Wednesday night, 7 o'clock to 8 on Comcast 7 only in Bethel Park, Verizon 32 in Bethel Park and the greater Pittsburgh area. So check us out. Facebook, thanks for all the likes. We have 6,868 likes, so we appreciate that. Thanks to everybody watching our show and liking our page. We also have a sponsor of What's on Your Mind. That's the first question I ask of the show. It's sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. You can give him a call at 724-478-4716. He's right in Finleyville. Anything and everything on gas, and he's an honest mechanic. So take him there. Smokin' Jim was just there. They got a brand new 1929 Ford truck. Smokin' Jim took a nice little picture there, looked like a gangster, but it was 1929 Ford, so that can happen. And we're going to start bringing guests up after we do What's on Your Mind, Smokin' Jim Frazier.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
just don't break
you
it.
Got to see Levine. Big hand for Hall of Fame photographer Frank Fabus is in the house.
Finally, he's been sick for 3 weeks.
Nice hand for Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer Skip Atkins is here. I tell you what, I always heard that defense wins championships. And that's why all the great defenses had nicknames: Steel Curtain, Doomsday, Fearsome Foursome, Legion of Boom, the Grits and Blitz, the Purple People Eaters, the Blitzburg defense. The 2019 Pittsburgh Steelers have a great defense led by T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt, in my opinion, is the greatest linebacker in Pittsburgh Steeler history. I seen Greg Lloyd play. T.J. Watt's better. I seen Andy Russell play. T.J. Watt's better. I seen Jack Ham play. T.J. Watt's better. T.J. Watt is 6'5", 255 pounds. He's big, strong, and fast. I call him Manster because he's half man, half monster. One play a game, Stephon Tuitt is out. Artie Burns is a bum. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Devin Bush. The only thing that Devin Bush can pawn is the ring around his tub, and you can't make the Super Bowl club in the tub. Listen, if Pittsburgh Steelers want to go to Super Bowl heaven and win number 7, they got to get behind the black and gold hero, the king of Blitzburg, the greatest linebacker in NFL history, in my opinion, and a future Hall of Famer, T.J. Watt.
Are you done? I'm deaf in that ear, thanks to every week. And it sounded, from what I heard in between that yelling, that he's talked about T.J. Watt again. After his first 3 games, he declared that T.J. Watt was the best Pittsburgh Steeler linebacker in history and would be in the Hall of Fame. Well, now he's in his 3rd year, and he's still saying the same thing. So I don't notice much difference, except T.J. Watt's playing more consistently. Before he'd go away for 2 or 3 games, now he's playing every game the same. And he got a nice little swim move in there on the inside. You didn't talk about that.
Brothers don't like swimming.
And he usually brings up the race card early, which I don't care what color you are. By the way, what color are you? What's on my mind is I'm not as entertaining as Smokin' Jim. I'm more realistic in sports. I bleed black and gold. When they suck, I tell you they suck. When the Steelers weren't playing well, they weren't playing well. When Rudolph was throwing those half-yard passes, I was saying they're only throwing the ball less than a yard. Now he could throw the ball downfield a little bit. But if people remember back, like your heroes, Ben Roethlisberger, his first year that he played, his first 6, 7 games, he didn't throw more than 2 or 3 yard passes. He didn't cut it loose like you love him nowadays, 5,200 yards last year. And some people say he's slipping. I don't know where he's slipping, except his arm went bad this year in the second game, and he had to get elbow surgery, and it reminds me of Terry Bradshaw when his arm went. So I hope Big Ben comes back, but we do have a lot of hope here. Look, what do we have, a winning record? And you're not going to give Coach Tomlin any credit for it. You just give T.J. Watt all the credit for making the defense better, when I think Minka's one of the reasons that we hey, wedding guy, give this to your hubby. Congratulations. A newlywed married couple just come in, John Panaris and Serenity. They're big fans of our show. We don't stop filming. We let people come in and interrupt us. But that's what's on my mind. Tomlin should be Coach of the Year, even though he didn't finish the year yet. And the Steelers might even make, I hate to do it, make the playoffs. Tell them your name, because I may have mispronounced it.
Let me look at my notes.
Go ahead. What is your name?
My name's Jamie Shaver.
That's great.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
Thanks for being a first-time guest on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Thank you for having me.
And I didn't know you had kids that played sports. I didn't know you were involved in sports until you called me a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So I have 3 kids. I have a senior in high school, a junior in high school, and a freshman in high school.
Do they have names?
They do.
I wasn't allowed to ask a lot of questions.
Caitlin and Tyler.
Okay.
And my oldest is a wrestler. And my daughter, she loves cross country. And my youngest is a hockey player. So we are all
Wow, you
over
got the
place.
sports covered.
We do. And then my husband came to me and said, "Hey, babe, I think I have a new idea for date night." I said, "What's that?" He said, "How about we do a co-ed hockey team?" So Mama got herself some gear.
Ah, that's beautiful. You have an open mind then about sports.
I love it. Yes.
No,
always have.
that's great. Well, we're going to talk a little sports. And when did your kids start playing sports? Did you promote that from a young age?
No, because I didn't want the crazy that comes with sport. What I promoted at a young age was being active. You know, I wanted to see them outside, you know, rollerblading.
Doing stuff, not playing games.
Yeah, right. But I wanted to do it with them. I mean, it's really a huge reason I had kids is because I love to have
Hold
fun.
it.
I'm just like a big kid.
Hold it, you're unusual because most parents today like to have trophies and they call them kids.
No.
I'm totally against it because when you have a kid, you want to make them into an adult and a person that's viable in the community.
Yeah, I want them to be difference makers. But I think you have to be healthy and have a healthy lifestyle to be a difference maker.
Right.
Long term, I do think it does have some value to have that
Sure.
athletic, you know,
Understand.
desire.
Just don't preach to Smoking Jim too much about that. He believes in homeschooling, and if they're a boxer, that's all they should do all day.
If that's what they're called to do it all day.
Yes, yes.
And I did
We're gonna
homeschool
cut
my
this-
hockey player.
We're going to cut this interview short with that type. Promoting Smoking Jim's ego is not something I look forward to on the show because he doesn't stop with it. He just keeps going. Matter of fact, the only reason he's stopping now is I left 6 pieces of pizza and he can't help himself. That pizza will be gone before the interviews are gone. But carry on. So, okay, you brought your kids up not to be involved in sports, but activities and fun
Right.
things.
Yeah.
And to go to school, right?
right.
Practice learning things in school. And
Yeah.
you joined in with them.
I did, and I love it. And then the competitive nature, their own drive, and some of their own interests kind of led them into different pockets.
Sure.
So as a mom, I've loved getting to know sports I knew nothing about.
Really?
You know, like wrestling.
I have a question. Did you play any sports?
I did, yeah. I was a basketball player and ran track.
Wow, well, you have some height there, so I could understand that. Who'd you play for?
I played for a school in Michigan.
Get out. So you're not
that's where
from
I'm
around
from.
here.
No, you can't tell with my long A's. you know.
Not really.
Gotta talk to my mom,
Now I can.
my pop.
It's starting to come back to me.
Yeah, so I get teased on a regular basis in this beautiful town.
Well, we think we're the only ones that talk special and we can understand each other. Like if we go downtown or north side or south side.
Guys, it like cuts the vowels out of everything.
We
the
try.
Stillers? I was like, who? The Stillers?
Yeah.
Oh, the Steelers. Oh.
You got to watch the Steelers every Sunday. Come on.
So, hey, I'm learning. Yes.
And now you got like big time sports, because explain this Pittsburgh Legends Cruises.
Yeah, so it's so exciting. We literally have an opportunity to give fans such an up close and personal view of Pittsburgh Legends. And so what we do is we host a 5-day, 4-night Caribbean cruise vacation in February, and then we put on the ship a lot of legends from Pittsburgh. I'm talking guys like Arthur Moats, Cam Hayward, Mel Blount, John Banaszak, Terrell Edmonds. I mean, the list goes on and on. If you want to know them all,
Thanks for mentioning a
check
few.
that out. Yeah.
Where's the website? You got me excited. I already went to the website a few times.
Yeah, it's the legendsofpittsburghcruise.com. And you can just click on the Legends button. You're going to see the guys we currently have. We're still adding to the roster. But what's so cool is these guys just don't come alone. You get to meet them. You get to hang out with them in a vacation setting. But then you also get to meet their mom, their aunt, their sister, their wife, their
And
kids.
you can get pictures with them and everything.
they're there because they want to engage the fans. They love the fans. And really the fan is what it's about. It's to come and be united. You know, that's one thing I love about, there's so much I love about sports, the lessons that they teach.
Sure.
And so much of that is made known on the ship too, because the entire time we're on the ship, we're custom programming all the events, giving fans an opportunity to engage with these
And interact
athletes,
with them. Sure.
ask questions. And then you're hearing stories like you've never heard that story before. Wow. So it's exciting, yeah.
No, it is. And how long have you been doing this?
I've been with them now since April, but I did have an opportunity to go on the cruise last February.
How was it?
It blew my mind. Seriously.
Now
I was
you're
like,
all
this is for
aboard.
real.
No
Yeah.
pun intended.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think what I love too, and I shared with you how I love sports. What I love about the sports in general, and even when my kids play, sports teaches something that I feel like you can't learn in other places.
Sure.
And some of those lessons, they translate to every other area of life. And so what I was surprised by is to be on board. I just thought it was just going to be a really cool fan experience, and it is. But something I left with was I was so inspired. I felt like I'm leaving here a better
Sure.
person, because they were wanting to share, hey, here's my story, here's what I learned. And hearing those backstories and recognizing what it's taken to create the people that are standing before you that have achieved so much.
It wasn't built in a day.
No.
It took years.
It did,
And
the
that's what the
lessons
foundation,
translate.
that's the foundation you put in your kids. That's why I'm all in about sports in a positive way, not necessarily the smoking gym with the gateway connection and how they get parents to go there and recruit kids. I'm not about that. I'm about what you can learn as an average kid and family, that what your kids will develop skills for business.
Yeah.
Look at how to do teamwork in a business sales environment. I learned that, and it helped me and do a lot of things in my career.
And one thing I love about your show is it's a family-friendly show.
Yes.
And that's hugely important to us too. And sometimes people think, oh, tailgate at sea, we're going to go party. It is fun. People have a great time. But we make sure as a company that everything we do is family-friendly.
No, that's
and that's
great.
really what we're about. You know, we look and say one of our mottos is just doing good through sport. So we want to do good by being good examples. But we've also been able to have the privilege of raising over $360,000 that we've donated to player and team
You're kidding.
charities. No, it's huge.
That
so
is
we're making a
great.
big difference in the city of Pittsburgh too through those charities.
Hold it. How do they get a hold of this site again? Tell them again.
Go to legendsofpittsburghcruise.com.
But now that we've clarified that, where else do we go with this Legends Pittsburgh Cruises?
It leaves out of Miami, goes to Nassau, Coco Cay, spends a day at sea. And we're doing stuff like having belly flop contests, and the players all get
He could
involved.
do it. He could
Farewell
qualify.
parties, Q&A sessions, you know, all kinds of fun. There's beach parties. Yeah, it's a good time.
No, it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Definitely. And how many cruises do you have?
Well, this will be our 6th one with the Pittsburgh Steelers and black and gold fans.
Okay.
So we absolutely love that.
No, that's great. I wanted to get that out there because I bleed black and gold.
Yes,
I'll
and
have
it's for
to-
people like you.
I'll have to think about it.
If you're not signed up already,
I'm not.
I will go
I'm
get
not.
my phone. It's so easy to do.
I'm still healing up. I'm trying to heal up. That's my excuse for everything right now.
All right.
But I'm still happy to do a show.
Yeah.
Did we cover everything that you wanted? Because I didn't see you flip a page.
No, I'm good. It's all
You-
good. It does leave. The trip itself is February 17th to the 21st, and that's in 2020. And all I can say is I hope that you come, and if you join us, come and find me. I'll probably be in the same shirt. And I would love to say hi and just let you know how much we love being able to meet the fans and also just create these experiences where you are going to be telling stories about this for years to come, because I just need you to know these athletes are right there just to be able to mingle and
Please
talk
get
all the
Smoking
time.
Jim to go, because then he'll put new material on the show. That's a great idea. We
There you
can
go.
maneuver this around. I think we're on to something, Jamie. Well, I want to thank you.
Yes,
Thanks
you
for being a
so
great
much.
guest.
I appreciate it. Yes.
All right, I'm going to break with my rules. My next guest was going to be Jamie Chesney. But I'm not going to bring her up because she looks like a model and hits like a man. And she's my BFF. But she brought this group of people here from Top Tier. And I'm going to bring them up, and I'm going to start with her daughter, who was on my show maybe 4 years ago. So, Sophia, come on up here. You get the mic. You've been well behaved all night, especially when you did your 20 laps. I enjoyed that. Tell them your name.
Sophia Lardo.
You got to talk in the mic.
Sophia Lardo.
Okay, thank you. And why did your mom bring you tonight?
Just to talk about Kicks for Kids, and
Well, tell me about that great program. When is it?
it's on Saturdays and Sundays. Sundays at 11.
Okay, listen to the coach. She'll help you.
Yeah.
And just keep smiling. She's taking pictures. Now, do you like the Kicks for Kids?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a good experience, and
You get to hit people, though.
No, it's not all about hitting people. It's about
I thought it was.
it's about experiencing how to defend yourself
That's even better.
verbally
Yes.
and physically.
So you can fight the bullies. You can stop them from bullying you.
Yeah, but it's not.
I get it.
Yeah, it's not always about.
Well, there's other things you can learn, right?
Yes.
But it helps
there's-
you, doesn't it?
It does.
Because in school, it's tough. You might think you're the nicest girl in the school, but somebody else might think not, right?
Yeah.
So that'll
'cause
create problems.
Then you argue with people, and then it gets worse.
Yeah. And what do you learn to not do that? Tell me one thing. What do
Stop,
you?
walk, and talk.
Okay.
So you want to stop talking to them or
Walk away.
walk away for them.
That's good
and then
common
talk-
sense. You got a
yes.
good teacher.
And then you want to talk to an adult or teacher.
Right. Because that's not right. That's not good behavior. You're taught to not be like that,
Yeah.
right? You should be nice and friendly. Hopefully, right?
Yeah.
And do you get in good shape? Do you get tired after class, or
Definitely.
you mean your mother works you hard?
Yeah. After I go in the massage chair, I'm like, no.
You get a massage chair.
Yeah.
Wow. What does she make you do?
Nothing. It's just I do my homework in the massage chair, so I'm like,
Do you?
yep,
Wow.
I'm just relaxing.
You must be one lucky girl to get a massage chair and do homework.
Yeah.
Do you have any good grades?
Yes, I have 2 A's and 2 B's from
Good.
the last 9 weeks.
And what grade are you in?
I'm in 5th.
What's your favorite class?
I want to say ELA, Science and Social Studies.
Really? That's good. What's your favorite class?
I can't pick.
You can't. They're too close together.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like going to school?
Sometimes.
Well,
Well, that's everybody.
yeah. Well, you could talk to Smoking Jim. He went to Cal State University, forgot to go to school, and he got 18 different general studies degrees. He has basket weaving like 4 different classes. He even has a general studies class, and he just believes in homeschooling, but yet he went to college. So, but he likes to have fun. And what do you look forward to school? Going on to high school? Not yet.
No,
No?
not excited.
You're not excited.
I want to sleep in.
You want to sleep in.
That girl.
We're not promoting this. Go to school.
More bedtime
Get
for
good
me.
grades. Get good grades, which you're doing already.
Yeah.
And do you want to be an MMA fighter like your mother was?
I'm not really sure.
No? Do you want to learn it and practice that? Like Muay Thai and things like that?
I already am. Look at my mom.
I'm looking at her, but she's got a poker face. She got a poker face right now. I can't tell whether that's good or bad.
Yeah.
I'll bet you have some interesting arguments with your mother.
Oh, goodness.
Well, we'll keep this on a light and happy note. Thanks for being a great guest. Good luck in school, and I wish you well. And thanks for being a great guest on Pittsburgh Sportsline. More top tier. Welcome aboard. Here's the
Hi.
mic. Tell them your name.
I'm Raven Titus.
Ah, now I know your last name. Very good. Thank you. And I heard you're studying under Jamie Chesney.
I am.
How did that even happen? Give me the true story.
Just one day she just started doing more with me every day and then had me start to get ready for a fight.
You're kidding. So you're going to be an MMA fighter.
My first fight's Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. I'm glad you corrected me because I throw MMA out there on everything. And I know there's different, like 7 or 8 different things you can do. So how long have you been doing this?
I started around last May, so not that long ago.
Wow, less than a year and a half. Or about a year and a half. What got you into this?
It was actually kind of just spur of the moment. I showed up to the gym one day and then I just kind of fell in love with it and kept
You
going.
got to be kidding. You come out of nowhere and showed up at the gym.
Yeah.
Is it near your house? That
yeah,
is
it's about 10
great.
minutes away.
Wow, and you just showed up and said you want to learn to fight?
Yeah.
Just
I
like
just-
that?
Yeah.
Wow. No, that's great. I can't even believe that. I'm shocked by that. And Jamie happened to be teaching there, and was she rolling around with the other guys there, beating them up with knees and elbows?
She wasn't teaching. She just was at during the classes that I was at and started talking to her.
Oh, get on. What a small world. Well, Jamie can talk, that's for sure. But she's good at Muay Thai.
Oh yeah.
That's where I think she first started. We'll find out when we talk to her later on.
Kicks my butt every day.
Get out. You're not the first to tell me that. Many other women and some guys have told me that too. I can't believe the guys that say you got to watch out for her elbows and her knees.
Oh,
Is that true?
definitely.
Are you
First thing.
learning anything?
Yep, she teaches by showing me till I figure it out.
So when is your first fight going to be then?
It's going to be December 21st.
Get out. Is that at Princescape? Get out. We're supposed to
South.
go there. We've been asked to go to those fights, so we might be there. Smoking Jim and I. We were at the last one, Andy Anderson and Stout fight put on, and it was just a
Yeah.
great show. You
It
were
was a good
there.
fight,
That's
yep.
how I met you.
Yep, that was where I was.
Definitely. Did you like the fights? Do you enjoy them?
It was really great to watch them all.
It was. There was
It's
a
my
lot of
first
great
time
action.
seeing live ones.
Was it? Wow. You must have got a charge out of that. You're ready to go in the cage.
So ready.
The octagon is calling you.
Yep.
And you're actually ready to fight and get hit and thrown around?
I mean, I do it in class every day.
So it doesn't bother you?
No.
You'll
Not
just
at
come
all.
right back after him.
I'm there every 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you must have learned a lot. Do you
From
got
everyone, yeah.
You know how to do the punches and kicks and
Yes.
all that stuff? I got to ask because I don't know that stuff. I just watch it. I got to take my pills. I already did. Sorry. This kidney transplant. I got to take morning pills and evening pills. So got those out of the way. Keep on talking. All right, so you can punch and kick. And you got a special outfit you're going to wear? Did Jamie help you pick one out?
We all the girls picked it out for me. It's
Aren't they nice?
yeah, it's shiny, black. Just
Get on. Is that you? Not
Sure.
real. It is now.
we like the less color the better.
And are you still in high school?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
I figured you were getting near graduation. What are you going to do after high school?
Well, I want to become a personal trainer first.
Do you really? So you're into this big time.
Oh, it's the whole life right now.
Get on.
Yep.
That's great. How's your grades in school?
Good.
What's good? B's and C's?
B's and A's mostly.
All right. I'm glad the girls lie when it's B's and A's. The boys, I get the C's and D's. So that's why I'm always skeptical to ask.
Well, I do school at home as well, so.
You're homeschooled.
Yes.
Meet your biggest fan. And she's going to be a personal trainer because she does it all day.
You can sleep in.
Yep.
You got anything else to add?
No?
All right. Well, thanks for the great interview, the information about you.
Thank you.
And your last name, Titus. All right, this next guy, I only know him as Josh because we saw him fight. He was one of the most aggressive MMA guys that I saw of the night. So I want to bring him up. Welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on.
All right, let's get the brother hand.
Yeah, my man. My man.
Now you're okay.
Yeah.
When did you start playing sports? Think back. I don't want to test you too much.
I started wrestling in about 5th grade.
Okay. What got you interested in it?
I had an uncle who was a state champ.
That
and
usually helps.
Yeah, a little bit. And
Did he
was-
throw you around?
A lot.
That even helps more
Oh, yes, a lot.
because you want to compete.
Yes, to the core.
Did you?
Oh,
That
yes.
inspired you.
Oh, absolutely.
And how long did you wrestle?
From 5th grade all the way up to senior year.
And where'd you go to high school at?
Perry Traditional Academy.
Oh, get on. So you got a lot of experience. Did you do any winning?
Lots.
Did you win any trophies?
I was a City League champion back-to-back my junior and senior year.
You're kidding. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We like having winners on the show because it shows you can have an uncle throwing you around in wrestling and then you go out and compete against kids your own age.
Oh, yes.
And it makes a difference. Now, you told me off air you played some football. Did
Yeah.
that happen also?
Yes, sir.
Legitimately on the team?
Legitimately on the team.
All right. What position?
I was a nose guard.
Nice. You're not that big, though.
No.
You must be scrappy and strong, plus
violent.
quick.
Violent. Violent.
Well, you must be if you like to fight. And the
Love.
aggressiveness
Love
you
to
showed us in the cage was just impressive. We were impressed by that to no end.
Thank you.
Because you just come straight out to fight. And we appreciate that. Because being fans of the sport and most sports, we like aggressiveness, and you knew what you were doing.
Absolutely.
At least it looked that way.
I got to give Jamie credit for that. She puts in so much work
This
with
is
the
the Jamie
fighters.
#2 show.
Yes, she puts in so much work with our fighters behind the scenes and doesn't get enough credit for it. Those knees that I was crushing him with, all her.
No way.
All her. We drilled that
Now, does
so
she hit
much.
like a man, like I tell
Absolutely. She has hit me harder than anyone I've gotten in a ring with.
people? You're kidding.
I
and
wish
I know
I
you
was.
fight all comers.
Yes, everywhere.
Get on. Anytime, any place.
Anyone, anywhere, anytime.
I give that.
For
I
money.
give you credit.
For money. We don't fight for free anymore.
I'm glad you get paid. You get smart though after a few years.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a regular job?
Yes, I do.
What do you do at that?
I work for Dawn's Appliances as an installer.
They've been around for years. They're legendary.
Yes, sir.
That's a good job.
Yes, sir.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Keep installing appliances.
Oh, I'm sure I've installed plenty of these Bethel Park people's appliances.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's my area. So
Oh, that's good. If I need something, I thought
I'm
I
your
needed.
guy.
I
I'm
thought
your
I
guy.
needed a microwave the other night. I blew a fuse on my panel, and my microwave went dark. It was the only thing dark in my kitchen, so I went downstairs to the board and flicked the switch, and it was good again. But I didn't need the microwave.
Yeah, well, that's
Or
good.
I'd have been calling you, especially after tonight, knowing what you do. All right, let's get into this MMA stuff.
All right.
How did you get involved in this?
I
Seriously.
was a Northside hooligan,
Okay.
as most of us are.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting in lots of trouble, and
Okay.
I would get in fights on the football field, on the wrestling mat, just everywhere except for a ring.
Yes.
And then one day I just decided, I was like, I'm going about this the wrong way, so I need to get myself on a better
So you
path.
gained some wisdom.
Just a little bit, from my elders.
Well, I'm sure they hammered it into you.
Hammer-fisted.
Okay, well, you might have a family of fighters. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Northside hooligans.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's traditional.
Very true.
We hate to pigeonhole people, but certain neighborhoods are known as that.
Yes.
Just like Monroeville and Gateway.
There's some scrappers out there.
Yeah.
There's some tough
And
kids.
they recruit the kids.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's
Oh.
not supposed to be legal, but they do it.
You want to win, don't you?
That's
I
right.
do.
You want to win.
But
Only thing.
I'd rather see you do it the right way. And that's why you went in the gym. Let's talk about that.
That is true.
Forget smoking and his off the reservation stuff. We'll get on this. Okay, you go to top tier.
Yes, sir.
And what happened there?
I walked in one day, just like any other Joe Schmo off the street.
Yeah.
Said, I'd like
Except
to...
you're a Josh.
Very true. Yeah. I told him I'd like to fight. They kind of looked at me a little goofy and was like, all right, show up 6 days a week. You put in the work. We'll see where it goes from there. About 4 months in, they approached me. And were
After
like,
6 days a week.
After 6 days a week for about 4 months straight, they approached me. Said,
Wow.
would you be interested in taking a Muay Thai fight? I said, when and where? Give me a weight, and I'm there.
Just like that.
Just like that. They thought they were going to feed me to some guy who trained for 5 years. I went out there and I busted
crushed
him up.
him.
It was a draw, but I busted him up pretty bad. I looked perfectly fine after the fight. He
Did you?
could not kiss his girlfriend. I could. he was pretty lumped up.
Those are sort of parameters you look for
Oh, yeah.
when you're in the cage.
Oh yeah. Well, the judges look at damage too.
Sure.
Who
And the
looks-
activity. How active are you?
I love to be active.
Understand. I saw you throwing those fists like crazy. You were swarming them. It was unbelievable because it was right near where we were. And you were going crazy there. And I told Jamie, that Josh is unbelievable. She goes, you got to see him in the gym.
Giving away
That's
my
what she
secrets.
said.
Giving away my
Yeah.
secrets.
So then I told her I wanted her to be on the show, and I said, bring Josh.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah.
I
I said,
appreciate
I
it.
want him on because I want to interview him. I want to see what's in that cranium.
Lots.
I know. I'm starting to dig.
Lots.
I'm digging deep.
Oh yeah.
You kept it clean, though, so I appreciate that.
Family friendly, like you said.
I know, and you come from the streets, so I respect that you held your back there a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Well, my mom would beat me. That is the only
Okay.
person I'm scared of.
that's a good
That
one
is
to be
literally-
afraid
I
of.
would fight anyone. Do you put her in front of me? I cower. Just straight up. That woman's terrifying.
Well, she earned your respect.
Absolutely.
You must have a good mother. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I am an only child.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Wow, they must have had sledgehammers to try to straighten you out.
Oh, yeah. Stretchhammers, with anything that was in reach, pretty much.
Well, you survived, and you made it to this fight. Was that your first fight then?
That was my first MMA fight.
Okay.
I had 2 previous fights before that, a Muay Thai fight and a kickboxing fight.
And how'd you do at those?
The Muay Thai fight was a draw. I was winning the kickboxing fight out in Philadelphia. I actually fell out of the ring. And
How
partially,
did that happen?
you
You just got off balance.
No, man, the ropes were like wet noodles. I leaned to parry on the ropes, and I went right through, almost hit the ground. And as I was pulling myself back in, my knee kind of did like a little herky-jerky motion, had a slight tear. I couldn't even walk, and I'm like, oh, man, if I can't kick, I can't kickbox. So they kind of had to call it right there, and
Wow,
that
how
stung.
disappointing is that?
Stung,
I can imagine.
yeah.
So now you went to the MMA cage.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Did you like it?
Loved it. Can't fall out.
Yeah.
You can't fall out of a cage.
Understand your history. I set that up for you pretty good. You
I-
handled it well.
Out of the park.
Yeah, that's gone. When's the next fight?
December 14th.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Princecape.
No, sir.
No, the 21st.
That's her
Okay.
Muay Thai fight. I will be fighting for Yankee Lake Brawl Room in Ohio.
Where the heck is that?
That's about an hour north of Pittsburgh.
Well, good luck to you.
Oh, thank you.
You
Controlled
know
chaos.
you get good karma when you're on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
I've
Ask
heard.
Jamie. she didn't win an MMA fight, and she was like, "Man, I keep losing." I said, "We'll have you on Pittsburgh Sportsline."
Turn it around.
She started winning.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We're coming here before every fight then, James.
Just a little tidbit here.
Oh,
Yeah. Smoking Jim promotes it all the time.
I tell you what, he should have been a pro wrestler with that promo he was cutting earlier about TJ Watt. Man,
Isn't he great?
he is great.
Some of it's repetitive because I've heard this. I've heard it for 3 years, and I'm deaf. I'm partially deaf in my left ear, but the right one picks up.
Turn away a little
Yeah,
bit.
the right ear picks up some of this stuff because he's yelling. That's his Smoking Jim persona. Because normally he's a mama's boy, hardly says anything.
I am too. It's all right.
All right. Well, then you can relate to that. But I'm glad you could make it on our show. Anything else you want to promote?
Just want to thank Jamie for bringing me here. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me on.
Good luck.
Mike DeCosmo, top tier MMA. He does an amazing job with all the fighters. He has a recovery center there just for the fighters. A lot of places don't do that. They just let their guys come in and get beat up, but he really takes care of us.
He heals them too.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Look what he's done for you.
Very true.
And how's that knee?
Awesome.
They fixed it up?
100%.
Good.
Yep.
Good luck. You're going to win.
Oh, absolutely.
I know it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Corey, you're allowed up. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Another lefty.
Yep. That's all
Hold
we
the
have
mic
to
with
talk
the
to.
left. Yeah, I appreciate it. I left Josh alone on the left because it was right next to me. I didn't want to get hit with that.
That's why I got mine in the
Yeah, you got your mic in there, so you're good. Tell them your name.
My name's Corey Rainey.
Thank you. And how long ago did you get started in this MMA stuff?
MMA about 2 years ago. I mean, I've been rowdy my whole life, kind of like Josh. You know
No
what I mean?
way. Where are
I'm
you
not,
from?
Not from North Side, but
Where are you from?
Far away, like boondocks. Like I'm from
Tell
like the
us.
farmland. You know where Apollo is?
No.
No.
Apollo Ridge.
Apollo Ridge.
Oh, Apollo,
Like,
yeah.
Like, I grew up surrounded by farms.
I do. I had a horse trainer that was from Apollo.
Mhm.
So I do know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because it's got a population of like 10 people.
Yeah, well, he was one of 25 back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And smile for the camera since you were on TV.
Good player from Pitts from Apollo Ridge.
Yeah.
Well, we had a little interruption there with the pie plate. Get rid of that. There we go. Sorry about that. Did you play any other sports?
I did. So I played 8 years
Hold
of
the
football.
mic up a little.
My bad. I played 8 years of football growing up.
Where at?
This was like pee wee football, so I didn't play
That's
in high
okay.
school. So it was KVL, which was like all like the Leechburg, Apollo, Kiski
That whole
areas.
area.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole area. So I played from like
What position?
6 years old. I was a cornerback.
No way.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
got
I
some
was
speed.
Yeah, I mean, I was always skinny, you know, like this, but I was a
Yeah.
lot shorter back in the day. But
Sure.
so
White
I could run.
cornerback?
White cornerback. Yeah.
Let me
I
digress.
wasn't bad
there.
either. I wasn't bad.
Smoking Jim says there's reverse discrimination in the NFL. Because he's always talking about black and white.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes, there's reverse discrimination against white guys and cornerbacks in the NFL. And I can't argue with them because you know I will. But on that, I can't.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any.
No, I mean.
And then you gave it up after Pee Wee League.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it holds true.
Yeah. I lost my speed and I kind of grew into my frame, sort of. You know what I mean? And then I
Well,
was
as you
like-
get taller and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Did you play any other sports then, or
I played baseball too when I was younger, but I didn't play anything after
what happened?
like freshman year. Focused on school.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, it was either like school or football. I couldn't do both.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Your parents laid the law down for you.
Yeah, and that's funny because now I mean they're kind of iffy about me fighting, but I'm old enough now to make.
How old
decisions.
are you?
20. I'm 25 now.
Get
About
up.
to turn 26 in January.
Okay, well, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I'm getting up there.
Yeah, you are. It happens. You
Hey,
can't stop
it comes at you
the
quick.
calendar.
It comes
it's
at you
like a
quick.
river, I tell people, because I'm 63 years old.
You don't look it.
My new best friend.
I gotta suck up to everybody. Man.
Thank you. You're doing well.
Brownie points. Hey, I'm great with parents. That's how I'm good.
How many brothers and sisters do you
I got
have?
an older brother, so that's kind of where the scrappiness came from. You know what I mean? If I acted
There's
out of line,
competition, yeah.
he beat up on me. But now we're about the same size, and I know how to fight. So
You can
it's-
handle it.
Yeah, it's a little bit different now.
No wonder you went to the gym 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And what got you interested in doing this?
Well, I was, like I said, I was always fighting, and then I was in the Army for 6 years prior to that.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Happy Veterans Day to veterans.
This is our Veterans Day Pittsburgh Sportsline TV show.
Exactly.
And we're glad to have a veteran on.
Thank you. Yeah, so I got into it in the Army because they got their own little Army combative stuff
Sure.
like that. And then,
No, they do that. They like those activities.
Yeah, they love it. Yeah,
They want to
truly
see you do it.
Yeah, that's where the aggression comes from. You know what I mean? They teach you how to be aggressive. And
Well,
all
you
that
have
stuff.
to win
You have
the
to-
war.
You have to win.
Because
You
you're
gotta
fighting
win.
somebody that wants to kill you.
Exactly. And then, so that kind of transfers to the cage because, you know, I've seen it all, done it all, so it doesn't, you know.
So you have
fine
no
with me.
qualms about it.
Exactly, yeah. It's just another day at the office. You know what I mean? I spar Josh 4 or 5 days a week. And
He's a beast.
You just said he's probably the most aggressive guy you've seen.
He is.
I deal with that 4 or 5 days a week, so after sparring with him as much, you know, I mean, there's not a lot you can
fight
be afraid of.
Kama worthy.
Oh, I did. Yeah,
Now,
we
he's
sparred
one
him.
of the best.
We sparred him very good.
You know
Very good.
that.
Yeah,
he
very
got
good.
skills and he's very smart too.
Yeah,
And
all
he
those
was a
guys
guest
are-
on our show. So,
Really?
Yeah.
All those guys at the academy, they're real good. I mean, we like
They
to go
work
down there
hard.
when we can. Yeah, very.
They got a
Very.
nice facility there.
They do, yeah.
No, I remember when that opened up. The guy that owned it sold it out, then it sold again and again, and Kama got it. So, and he's doing a great job
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
And he's a nice guy. You know, I mean, he's very
Down
friendly,
to
welcoming.
earth. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, I mean, he's a guy at the highest level of the sport, but
Look, he won his
he's
first
still-
UFC fight.
Yeah, and he was a huge underdog. So
He
that
was
looks good on
against his
Pittsburgh.
friend.
Yeah, yeah. They trained.
How
together
can that
back in the
even
day.
happen?
Hey, there's no friends in that business. You know, that's what they say. There's no friends.
How
in the
are
fight
you
game.
and Josh right now?
Oh, we're friends because we're not fighting. we fight each other enough to fight each other in the cage. You know what I mean?
I had to check.
Yeah.
No, that's great. And where do you look at your future in this sport?
As far as I can take it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
You'll fight wherever and whenever?
Yep, exactly. Same thing.
Same as
you know what
Josh.
I mean? Yeah,
I hear
waiting
this
on
is
his opponent right now.
repetitiveness. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the top tier mentality. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be ready for anything and everything. I mean, Jamie, she's one of the coaches there, and I mean, she's relentless. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. They drill that mentality into you of like, hey.
Well, this is
you
the
know.
Jamie 2 show, so
Exactly.
we appreciate those comments.
Yeah.
Just watch her elbows and knees.
I'm watching.
You got to, because she'll hit you.
Oh yeah, she's hit me a couple times.
Well, then you know that for a fact. Well, I wish you good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for being on the show,
Yeah,
Corey.
awesome.
And good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Hey, BFF, how you doing?
Good to see you. Very well, thank you. How are you, BFF?
I'm feeling good. 59 days since the transplant.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, best friend.
It's been a while since I've been on your show.
I know. It's
About
been years.
a year, a couple years.
I
Yeah.
think you got a pink hat, one of our hats that we had. You got the last time you were on.
Well, after that, we brought Jill Willis on. and
Yes.
our other coach at Top Tier, Mike Willis.
Right.
They were on with us.
And they ended up getting married.
Yeah, how about that? The Gillis.
all because of Pittsburgh Sportsline.
That's it. The good luck from here, I'm
the
telling
good
you.
karma. Smoking Jim's all over it. Look at that. Well, now that you got your fans and competitors here promoting you, how are you doing?
I'm great. Happy to be here.
Good. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And you got some great people here like your style.
Amazing team. They work so hard. So proud of them, every one of them. And it's not easy being a fighter. In fact, that some of them they have experience. We have
Sure.
Raven coming up. She just keeps coming when we spar. We weren't sure at first.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, a
Why
couple
not?
of the coaches were like, well, I don't know. She's only 17. And then she just turned 18. I'm like, hey, I think we have something here. This girl just keeps coming when I spar her. And
She won't quit.
she won't quit. No quit in her
You're
game.
trying to make her quit, and she won't.
No, she won't. She
Well,
won't.
you kept trying to hurt her.
No. I keep
You
it
can't
clean.
help it when you're there hitting them. Look out.
And she takes the initiative to go with Josh and Corey, and they really work very hard. They go to the other gyms to sharpen up their boxing. They train at the academy, like Corey said, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud to be part of the team.
No, I like their style. They're very aggressive, so that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah.
And you help promote that.
Yeah, Josh's last fight I had to judge.
I know, I remember. I never saw somebody so nervous that knows so much about the sport. Smoking Jim and I were lucky. We got special seats. Me on one side, him on the other side with the judge. She was judging, and I told her she needs to breathe a little bit.
It was
'cause
like
she
I
wasn't
was
breathing.
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, my palms were sweaty for each fighter. Even if I didn't know the fighter, my palms were still sweaty because I've been in their shoes, walking out to the cage, getting ready. So it was like I was fighting.
I know. I thought it was strange, but it made sense.
It just happened.
How'd you get involved to be a judge? That's what I want to know.
Rick Staggerwald reached out to me a couple of years ago and said, "Hey, we need some women in boxing to be a judge." I'm like, I'm busy right now. And it was such an honor, but I had a lot going on at that time with my girls, and I just didn't have the capacity.
You are a mother of 2 girls.
Yes, I have a 16-year-old Alexis who's working photography tonight,
Wow.
and Sophia, as you've met here.
Where's she at?
Right there, part of Kicks for Kids. Takes my class at Kicks for Kids.
And that's great you started that class to help the kids with bullying.
Yes.
Because that means so much in this day and age. Because I don't care what community you're in, even Gateway and Monroeville, there's bullying there that they don't even report it. So, I mean, that's a problem. And you're trying to help the kids deal with it, which means so much
Yeah,
to
there's
me.
bullies at Gateway. I have all the kids coming to me to help.
Believe me, I don't deny it. He's one of the nicest guys, but look at how big he is. I can't handle that. He's a power lifter.
Well, that handsome doesn't come in small sizes.
No. That's actually, I wanted to get him a 4X polo shirt, and he goes, "Hey, Machine, I think I'm 5X." So I got him a 5X shirt, and he hasn't worn it yet. But other than that, he's nice.
One of my favorite people.
So Rick Steigerwald, he's been a guest on our show, and he's doing great things in the boxing community.
He's amazing. I've known Rick since I was a girl fighting. When I started when I was 17, he was the ref.
Yeah.
In a few
Great
of the fights.
referee,
Great
too.
great ref. But when he reached out to me, he said about women in boxing. They had a class at that certain time. They wanted me to attend. I couldn't attend it. And then he reached out again. I'm like, hey, I would like to contribute. He said, contact Serb. And I know Serb because I promoted back in 2005. I actually had to work with Serb, and I drove to Harrisburg to help get MMA legalized. I don't know if you knew that.
I remember you told me that story.
Yes.
We've talked a couple times.
Yes,
So you've told me some stories.
So with Serb, he knew who I was, and he said, hey, so Jamie, you want to be a judge? I said, yeah. Rick said a boxing judge.
Yeah.
And he goes, no. You're going to be an MMA and kickboxing judge. And I'm like, He's like, nope, that's what you're going to be. We don't have room in boxing right now.
That sounds like Serb.
And that's Serb. So I started last December. My first fight, and Kama Worthy, one of our local UFC talents, was on that card. He knocked him out. Cho was his last name.
Yeah.
And the blood landed on my purse as I was judging from Kama hitting this guy. And I was
me and
like,
Smoking Jim have got hit many a time with blood in the
Really?
ring. Yeah, in
Yeah.
the boxing rings. Because a couple times these head shots and stuff, their mouth guard gets thrown out, and you get some blood because you're getting hit in the face.
Luckily, they're tested before the fight. So.
Thank you.
That's good.
And my blood was all tested, no problem, so I'm good. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so I had to judge Josh's fight, and I had to tell Serb. I said, Serb, listen, the first fight, I know there are only 5 fights on this card, and typically there are 4 judges, and 1 judge sits out, but the first fight is a guy on my team. I said, I'm a professional. If he loses, he loses. I told the guys this. If they lose, they lose.
You'll judge it fair.
I'll judge it fair. No, I'm not being biased here. So he goes, oh, are you serious? So I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, give me a minute. He leaves, goes back in the locker room, and he comes back. And he goes, you can judge it. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
And he said, well, I went and talked to Josh's opponent, and he said he's fine with it. I'm like,
Wow.
okay, fair enough.
Josh must have talked to him. I think there's a conspiracy here. I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Yeah, well, there was a second round tap out. Well, they stopped it technically. So I didn't really.
That was early in the second round.
Yeah, or very early in the second round.
Because he come out like a beast.
Yeah, he did. He did. I was proud of him. Like, he took every opportunity to get the strikes in from the
Put it
going
like
up
this.
to going down.
It looked like he shot out of the side of the cage and went after his guy. Because I haven't seen too many run to the other guy and start hitting him like that. That's what impressed me.
And he had a lot of fans there.
Yeah.
Smoking Jim became one real quickly.
Yeah. I'm usually my team's biggest fan, and I couldn't even cheer.
I know.
I had to be a professional and judge it accordingly.
She just held her hands like this.
With my sweaty palms.
Yeah, with a towel. With
I
a
should
towel.
be a judge because I'm biased.
No, he's terrible because when he sees women fighting, he goes, I'm worried about these women fighting. I go, why? They're trained to do that. He goes, I'm worried. They might get hurt. That's what he
it's
says.
True. Well, hey, I mean, that's the mentality. I dated a guy once because women shouldn't get hit in the face. I'm like, this isn't going to last long.
Well, here's one of my favorite questions to the lady boxers, because most of them look pretty. And I go, you look like a model, but what happens when you get hit in the face? And they go, I hit him right back.
There you go.
And that's what they tell me, the boxers.
Well, you should parry and not get hit in the face.
Well, it's going to happen. Even you get hit once in a while.
It does happen. It does.
If you fight long enough, you're going to get hit.
Yes.
Definitely. And you don't need bias from Smoking Jim, because he wouldn't see those hits.
Right.
So where do you look at, like, judging the next fights, or what's going to happen next?
I will be at Stout Fights this Saturday. That's a pretty exciting card. I do know a few of the fighters, so I will remain unbiased. They lose, but I'm excited to be there. You know, each time that I judge, I get a little more confident. And I was a little nervous at first.
Well, you are new at it.
I was new. I was a little nervous. I had to shadow the judges for a while. But these last fights, I had my first split decision.
Yeah.
And that's really, I'm like, was it me? I'm like self-evaluating.
You even asked me.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you think? I'm like, I'm going with this. And you're like, yeah, I mean, so
it
after
made sense.
I looked at the tape and I realized that a lot of the judges pay attention to the hand exchange, but they don't see the kicks.
Explain what the hand exchange
So
is.
if they're if they're punching each other, if the hand exchange is equal, then you have to look at the kicks. Because number one, you have to look at clean strikes, clean shots.
See, Smoke, and take notes.
Assertive aggression and ring generalization. And ring generalization is basically making the other fighter fight your fight. So you take
Being
the
the
center.
aggressor.
Yeah. Yes.
Like Josh.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Now that we got that clarified.
So we look
again.
at those different things. And after that fight, the second round, I realized had even hand exchange, but the other guy had more kicks. And I'm like, wait, how is that a split decision? And then everybody's like, oh, it was so close, it could go either way. But I went back and looked at the tape, and I'm confident in my ability to judge fairly, and I stick with what I say. So I'm going out there confidently with each individual fight. Yes, people make mistakes.
Right.
Nobody's perfect.
Well,
You can
I
only see
appreciate
what you
your
see.
honesty on it, because some people wouldn't be that honest. Because he can't help himself. Look, watch him dig a hole. Look.
I can be biased.
He's relentless with you.
Well, I have to, because look what he says. Can you believe we're on a family-friendly show and he's telling he can be bought and he's biased? Now, my dad was a basketball referee.
Oh, yeah?
And
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
he used to take me around to sports. That's why I love sports. I saw City League championship games. He took me out to Somerset, Turkey Foot, PA, all kind of high schools in the area. So imagine a little kid seeing their dad referee with giants.
Oh, that's
My
great.
dad was only 5'7".
Oh, wow.
So he was a short guy.
and then you got the height?
on my mother's
gifts there.
side, luckily.
Okay.
I had an uncle 6'2", cousin 6'5". So luckily, my three sisters, which you know one of them, they're all
Joy
5
very
foot
well.
tall.
Yes.
She just told me she's 4'11" and a half now.
I love Joy. She's great.
And it's a small world. You worked with my sister at
I
FedEx.
did. I worked with her for about 6-8 months or
Yeah.
so at FedEx.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While you were having your first.
Yeah, a second.
Second. Okay, I couldn't
that
keep
was
track.
my Sophie. Who's here tonight.
No, she's special. No doubt.
I have a question. How do you find out where these fights are going to be?
You have to follow the promotions.
That's a great
Yeah, it's a
question.
great-
You have to follow like stout fighting.
Fights.
You have to maybe like
20 this weekend we're having 24/7 fighting championships, and that's at Printscape Arena. I recommend that you follow them, like Stout Fights, 24/7 fighting championships. If you follow them on social media, you'll see it, or you can go to Printscape and check out their site as well, because they hold the events.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So.
yeah. All right, we got that covered. If I get links, I'll post them up on my page, and then you can share it from there and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I forgot about. Yeah, he likes everything and passes on everything. I put up my loose leaf green tea weather report. Skip passes it out twice a day sometimes, because he forgets he posted it out once. But he'll share whatever I post up there. I forgot about the Stouts fights
Yeah, and 24/7 fighting championship is on Saturday.
this Saturday.
Yes, you guys
Oh,
gonna be
my
there with
goodness.
me? I'll be judging.
We may have to try to see if Andy can get us
Some
ticket
media
there.
passes.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we'll try to be there.
Can we cover Kicks for Kids real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so as Sophia mentioned earlier, we do have a free kids anti-bullying martial arts program at Top Tier MMA, courtesy of Top Tier MMA. And we teach it every Sunday at 11 a.m. We typically have ages 5 through 12, but we can make accommodations.
Sure, you'll take anybody.
Yeah, we'll take
If
any
they
of the
show
kids.
up-
If they show up, I've had 2-year-olds following me around just to get the exercise in while I'm teaching the instruction.
Did you have to change a diaper?
Oh, no. No, I'm done with those years. I'm
Okay,
done.
just checking, Mama. Just checking on that.
So it's great to
And
be
how do
able
they
to
find out about Kicks for Kids?
You can follow Jamie's Kicks for Kids and Women's Kickboxing on Facebook, or you can go to toptiermma.com and
Okay.
contact us. Yes.
No, great. I
Yeah,
think we covered
appreciate
everything
it. I
here,
think
Jamie.
so. I just wanted-
Jamie, the judge. What
Oh,
else?
what?
You got to
A
add
lot of
one more
things.
thing.
Coaching. Is that it? Is that what you were referring to?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'm coaching Raven for her first fight.
we had to bring that up.
Yeah, I'll be in her corner. Last time I was in someone's corner, they almost took a point away because I was so loud. So Raven's ready for that. I'll behave.
I'm not betting on that. I bet against that right now.
Right. I get a little
but good luck.
passionate about my team, and
Yes, you do.
I'd like to thank the guys at Top Tier. We have Bobby Waldron there,
Yeah.
Mike DeCosmo, Matt Grayson, and Mike Demko's our black belt jiu-jitsu instructor. He's
Nice.
amazing. Mike Willis, he's our stand-up instructor. He is phenomenal when it comes to working with these guys. He's our head
And
coach.
his knowledge is off the charts.
Oh, he has over 20-some fights. He's amazing.
Yeah.
His different style than me, so we complement each other. He's
Good.
more reserved, bad cop, and I'm loud, good cop.
Oh, good.
But I can be bad too.
I know. Don't ever look for the Jamie stare. Her ring face. No, we're not having that. Yeah, that's not good. Well, thanks
Thank
for being
you
a
so
great
much,
guest
guys.
again.
I appreciate it.
And good luck to you in the
Thank you.
future. All right, before I end the show, our Hall of Fame photographer, Frank Fabus, wants to come up, and I don't know what he's going to say.
Well, just real quick, this Sunday at
Hold the mic.
just real quick, this Sunday
hold it
at
up to you.
Thanks. Turn
Closer.
it around. At Peters Creek Baptist Church, there's going to be a fundraiser for a Bethel Park lady. Most of you probably know her, Patty Offerman. She's having some medical conditions. And it's going to be this Sunday. It's a spaghetti dinner. They got a lot of great Chinese auction.
Your phone's not cooperating.
It's not. Let me see if I can find it. A lot of Chinese auction. My phone just said, "Hi, Frank."
That's weird.
And again, it's at Peters Creek
Church on 88?
on Library Road. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. And it's from.
I know it. It's right near Library.
Well, that's cool. Library Road should be near
No,
Library.
it's right near Library, the community.
Oh, all right. Well, it's
I
from.
know you don't get out much from Dormont.
Well, you said I was on the reservation,
Yes, you're off of it,
and they let me off for an hour.
and it's not working out well.
Not tonight.
And
But
believe
it's-
it or not, we graduated Keystone Oaks
And
1974.
I look so much younger than him. That's amazing. I knew you'd like that, Smokey.
He's as honest as Smoking Jim is. That's all I
Anyways,
could
it's from
say.
3 p.m. to 7 p.m. There's going to be Chinese auctions, a big spaghetti dinner.
6300 Library Road.
You're
Route
good.
88.
And how much is it?
I don't know. I can't
It's
see that. 'cause
adults
it
are
keeps flipping on
$10
you.
and children are a little bit less. So children 17 under, I think it's $5. But if you can, well, I donated a big picture from Mingo Creek. There's going to be wine baskets and everything like that. You don't know what a Chinese auction is?
No, he doesn't know. Explain off air
So-
because we got to end the show.
All right,
We're,
so
we're
Sunday,
out of time. See you.
3 to 7 at Peters Creek Church, and she's a Bethel Park legend. So she helped us start the Joey Fabus Cancer
Wow,
Foundation.
that's great.
So,
Well,
so
help
we're
her
trying
out.
to help her. Thank you for your help.
Okay.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you. And please stay Joey strong.